What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be getting into why overlays are bad for your FPS, specifically overlays like Steam, Nvidia App, Discord, and some others just like this. Now before we get into that, I just want to say we just dropped a new app through Lumen. It's a completely free app that does have a premium mode as well, but there's lots of free tweaks, and I also dropped an upgrade to Lumen OS. All of that is on my website in the description or the Discord. You can check it out. And lastly, we dropped a new 1v1 map, so if you want to try out the Fortnite 1v1 map, I'll throw a code up on the screen now, and also the link will be in the description. But enough of that, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Now, I'm going to first talk about why overlays aren't good for FPS, and like what makes that happen, and then we're going to show real benchmarks to back this. So the thing about overlays is they aren't just sitting passively on top of your screen. They're actively running through your graphics pipeline. So to draw a Discord notification, an FPS counter, whatever it might be, the software uses graphics hooking to inject its own code directly into your game's DirectX or Vulkan render loop. So basically what this means is it's actively getting in between your game and your GPU's pipeline, and this can introduce things like micro stutters as well as drop FPS just to render whatever this overlay is happening. And even if it's a passive overlay, it can still do the same thing. Now, on top of that, overlays can completely break exclusive full screens, so they can silently force your game into a window borderless state, and this will cause even more types of, delay and whatnot. And then lastly, I just want to talk about the Nvidia app specifically. The Nvidia app has been known to decrease FPS by around 15% for a lot of users and create stutters and have all kinds of problems. So the Nvidia app itself, not even just the overlay, can ruin your FPS as a whole. I recommend just doing the driver natively without the app and using the NVIDIA control panel or profile inspector to edit settings if needed. Now, enough of all the explanation. Let's go ahead and look at some benchmarks, and then we'll kind of wrap up everything. So I have this Fortnite benchmark here, which Fortnite isn't even a GPU heavy game, right? And you can see that just off this, we are dropping around 20 average FPS for a Discord and Nvidia overlay, right? We don't have the Steam test here, but Steam would most likely be around the same. Nvidia, you could see, is the absolute worst, the 0.2% lows, which is the kind of stutters and like low FPS. That is well below margin, almost down 20. And yeah, I mean, just dropping this much off of just running the Nvidia app is insane to me. And depending on the game, it could be much more. And also, the FPS graph doesn't do it justice, because if it's introducing things like stutters, even if you're getting good FPS, if your game is stuttering or having little micro delays, it could be a big issue, right? Now, all of that together, you can see with the FPS and the different explanations I went over for the way graphics, and the overlays work, you can see why it's bad, right? You don't want anything that gets in between your game and your, pipeline to the GPU. That way it can be the lowest latency and the best performance. If you need to use the NVIDIA app for things like recording, I recommend switching over to OBS. You can easily find settings for that to replay buffer, and it's a lot better than having a live overlay on your screen. Anyway, that's it for the video. I know it was a shorter one, but I have more content coming soon. There will most likely be a video next weekend about Lumen OS and some more content coming, so stay tuned for all that. Check out the Lumen socials, check out Bill's channel where you can find even more content. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace out.